Well, here's where we are up to today. We're gonna start work on this John Deere 7200. If you guys enjoyed this introduction, I can guarantee you'll enjoy this upcoming video. We just got done with that manure spreader. It has been 30 seconds later since we've walked from that building from when we finished the previous video to now we're at the present video, which is this John Deere 7200. We're going to do a service on it, and I see my battery is at 7% on the camera. Well, so we got to hurry ourselves up here with explaining what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a service on this tractor, and for those of you that don't know what a service all entails is we're going to be doing the air filter in this tractor. It's right here. Kind of in a tough spot to get to, but we manage. We're going to need to do a greasing. You grease the thing every year, once a year. We're going to be dumping the engine oil out of this thing. I see we have some wetness, but that could be from the rain. We're going to be dumping the engine oil out of this thing, and that'll take a couple of hours. We actually should have dumped the oil tonight, being Friday the 26th of December. We should have dumped the engine oil, but it is what it is. The transmission hydraulic filter is right there. That will probably get a changing. The engine oil filter, or engine oil drain plug, is right there. I think it holds, if I remember right, like 6 or 7 gallon. But it's gonna need a cleaning. So, with that being said, we're going to do an air conditioner filter change as well. The hydraulic filter, like I showed, is up under the cab here. And then we are, I don't know, that might be transmission, actually. This is hydraulic back here. Yes, transmission is up under the cab. Hydraulics back there. Engine oil filter is right here. Fuel filter is right there. That's gonna get changed as well. Got a primary. So my battery died in the camera. Well, that is why you always carry spare batteries. I put a battery in my battery in a baggie here, and I put it in the lunchbox here with an ice pack. Now, you guys are probably asking yourselves, why the heck do you do that? Well, I have found out the hard way that, because I used to keep the batteries in my pocket, like extra batteries along with my pocket knife, and everything like that, well, even when it was hot out, the heat from being in my pocket against my body would, believe it or not, make the batteries swell. And then they would be no good. So, in order to try and preserve batteries from now on for this rather expensive camera, I'm gonna start putting them in the lunchbox in a baggie right next to an ice pack or somewhere in the vicinity of an ice pack to help maintain the battery temperature. Guys, feel free to copy that idea. I don't care. That's why I'm saying what I did. Feel free to copy that idea. Again, all it is just keep the battery in a cool place, like in a lunchbox next to an ice pack, wherever away from direct heat is basically what I'm trying to say. So we're back at this 7200 after me yammering on. I was hoping I could finish up in a timely manner before the battery went kaput, but that's how it is. You always buy spare batteries no matter what you do, so that way you can keep filming. So with the transmission filter being up under the cab, the hydraulic filter being on the back end of the tractor, and the filters being on the right side of the engine, that is going to be all taken care of. We need to take these rugs out yonder, blow them off with the pressure washer, get all the crud and everything cleaned out of them. We need to turn our attention over to the interior operator station. We need to take a cleaner, clean the floor. We need to clean the upholstery. It is rather filthy. And we need to just clean it up. Upholstery's really not bad for a 20-year-old tractor. I mean, yeah, it's got, some nicks, and this is doing funny things here with the ripple effect and everything, and it's actually coming loose. I don't have any clue what the heck happened down here, whether there's that cut in it, but all in all, the plastic looks really, really good for a 20-year-old tractor. Why I say 20-year-old is because it's a 1994, 94, 95, somewhere in that vicinity. I mean, usually the plastic's all missing, with the headliners all tore down and blah, 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 and the dome light don't even work. And I mean, look at this. It even works when you shut the door. How cool is that? It even works when you open and close the door. Usually, these side panels are missing with a tractor this age, and, I would have to believe that my grandfather would be proud of how we've kept stuff. Yeah, I know it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but we at least try our best to preserve things. I mean, this headliner is still intact. I mean, look at that. I can bang on this thing. No sagging, no drooping. I mean, look at that. I mean, the seat, it even swivels. That's a plus. So we're going to turn our attention over to this cab. I don't know what's going on back here. Why this is rippled and everything, but I don't know. It's doing the same thing as that up there. It hasn't been washed in here. Nothing like that. I mean, but then you look over here at this side, and it is just absolutely straight as an arrow. I don't get that. Other than the stuff here for the sprayer and all that. But I mean, you gotta have monitors and everything to run a sprayer. Or a baler. You know, you gotta have monitors. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow, is cleaning this cab up. Making it look good for a 21-year-old tractor. So I guess that's going to end it where we're going to end it. So take it easy, folks. We'll see you next time.